Hey guys, and welcome to Things I've Learned to Find Happiness. All right, guys, so I started this series because even though I had a lot of happy times in my life and I spent a lot of my life fairly happy, but I've started to realize that I was having a lot more happy moments than actually being happy deep down. So as a kid, it really wasn't that hard to find happiness, but I started noticing as I got older, happiness started becoming further and further away from me. And even though I was learning and doing all of these things that were supposed to bring me like a lot of joy and happiness, I found that the information I was learning wasn't adding up into the real world results. And, I wanted more. So I achieved most of my childhood goals around 30 years old. And I found that I was left with just, again, a lot of happy moments. But without those moments, I didn't feel complete. And so it's like I was always chasing this thing, right? And something was still missing in my life. And so I went on this mission to find out what that was. So I realized that my goals were kind of a distraction, almost away from my happiness in a way, even though they made me happy, and I still, I had and I still have a lot of ambitious goals. But before I started going back on another journey of more goals, I wanted to really figure out this happiness thing first and really get myself happy first. And this is because I figured, hey, like if I'm on this earth and time is ticking for all of us, we're all getting closer to that day we die. No matter how we spend our time being miserable or being happy, it's all ticking down. So I didn't want to spend another moment unhappy. Just in case, I get hit by a bus in a few days, I may as well enjoy the journey the whole way through. But, ironically, I found that the happier I got, the more sustainable and the more ambitiousness I got. And the highs and lows in my life, they started to kind of like level out into more of a consistent state of pretty joyful, which was great. So I figured I was really like onto something here, so I kept going. So in this series, you're gonna see a wide range of learnings and teachings about happiness, from neuroscience, from cognitive behavioral therapy, from evolutionary psychology, mystic, yogi advice, success and personal development, and just kind of the whole spectrum, all the things that are supposed to make you happy. I went and I tried to figure out something in all of those areas, look for the common threads and narrow them down into a few basic concepts that actually work and actually I found a lot of happiness in. So my goal of this series is to give you guys tons of tips and tricks for the things that I've learned that actually worked for me to get to the place where I was finding myself in a lot of depression and anxiety to a place of pretty freaking happy and joyful. And I wanted to find things that, to share things with you guys that works, not just for myself, but that also would work hopefully for the vast majority of all of us. And skipping over all of the stuff that should work written by probably not so happy people, quite frankly. So welcome to Our Love, Our Journey. And this is my series on things I've learned to find happiness.